They feared her mind. They feared her voice. They feared her because she did not bow. And so, they gave her a name meant to destroy her. The Devil's Daughter. But the truth was far more dangerous. They said her mind was dangerous. Her words were powerful. Her knowledge was something the world was not prepared to handle. But before they called her the Devil's Daughter, before the whispers, the fear, the lies, there was simply a girl born in Alexandria, the greatest center of knowledge the ancient world ever knew. Hypatia. Her father was a mathematician, a man who believed that the human mind could reach the divine, while most daughters were told to stay inside, be quiet, be obedient. Hypatia was taken into the heart of knowledge itself, the Library of Alexandria. She grew up surrounded by scrolls written by the greatest thinkers to ever live. Pythagoras, Plato, Euclid. Her playground was the place where the world kept its wisdom, and she did not just learn, she surpassed. As a teenager, she understood mathematics at a level grown scholars struggled with. As a young woman, she could debate philosophy with entire assemblies of men and leave them speechless. Word began to spread of a woman who could explain the universe, a woman who could teach men how to think, a woman whose ideas could calm a city or ignite one. She did not dress like royalty. She did not seek attention. Her presence was simple, yet commanding. People traveled across oceans to listen to her speak. Generals, statesmen, astronomers, and even bishops sat in her lectures. She spoke not from the authority of power, but from the authority of clarity. And when the human mind hears truth spoken clearly, it cannot forget it. Her students loved her. Her city admired her. The more she taught, her name became synonymous with wisdom itself. But in every age, knowledge is power, and power invites fear. The more she influenced, the more leaders noticed. And in their eyes, Hypatia was not just a woman, she was a threat. It began with a whisper, just a whisper in the late-night halls of men who feared what they could not control. She uses unnatural magic. She speaks to spirits. She seduces with her voice, not because they believe these things, but because others would. A brilliant woman in a world led by frightened men is a fire in a forest of dry leaves. Religious leaders called her teachings corruption. Political leaders feared her influence over the city. They needed the people to fear her. So they gave her a name, the Devil's Daughter. Once the crowd believes a lie, truth becomes helpless. One evening, on a street she had walked her entire life, they came for her. Not scholars, not students, but those who feared her brilliance. She did not run. She did not beg. She stood the way she taught, with dignity. And still, knowledge is not armor. They dragged her into a temple. The same city she once filled with wisdom fell silent. Her voice, the voice that once echoed through lecture halls, was silenced. Not because she was wrong, not because she was dangerous, but because she was uncontrollable. And history almost forgot her. Almost. But some names do not disappear. Some spirits do not break. Some truths do not die. Today we speak her name again. Not as a witch, not as a devil, but as what she truly was. A mind ahead of its time. A woman who thought freely. A soul who refused to bow. Hypatia. Not the Devil's Daughter, just brilliant.
History remembers kings and conquerors, but it tried to erase her. Yet here we are, speaking her name. Hypatia, not a witch, not a demon, not a monster. Just a brilliant woman who refused to be silent. If her story moved you, remember this. There are many more like her, forgotten, buried, erased, and we will bring them back.